Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. This is Lifestyle Critic, where we break down movies and TV shows into their core elements. And in this video we are going to be reviewing Scooby Doo, The Witch's Ghost. Now this is a little bit of a slow burn movie with this one, as it was engaging throughout, but when the final act and the twist happened, this movie definitely went into epic, awesome league, as it was absolutely brilliant. It's really interesting, as the studio's original vision was not to include this twist at the end, but the creators made the right decision in terms of really pushing for it and saying that it needed it. I wish they had the same level of freedom, creative freedom, that they had with Zombie Island and Alien Invaders, as they really could have made Witch's Ghost even better than it was. But you know, that being said, like I've always said, the first 4 Scooby-Doo animation movies are definitely in a league of their own, as they brilliantly blend together horror, mystery and supernatural aspects so well together. And The Witch's Ghost is definitely no exception, and is definitely one to watch if you haven't seen it already, as I'm going to be breaking down all of the awesome aspects of The Witch's Ghost in this video review. So from a storyline point of view, after helping the gang solve a case at a museum, Ben Ravencroft, who is a famous horror writer, invites the gang back to his hometown in Oakhaven, which has turned into a little bit of a tourist attraction based on the alleged witch Sarah Ravencroft, who is an ancestor of the Ben Ravencroft character. Now he is trying to clear Sarah's name and prove that actually she was a good witch known as a Wiccan and was a bit of a herbal healer, and the gang are helping him to do this. Then out of nowhere, a bit of a Winter Soldier twist happens, and everything that the gang thought that they knew, and the audience for that matter, turns on its head completely, and there is just an epic scene of events that happen in the third and final act, which is absolutely brilliant. So from a storyline point of view, The Witch's Ghost is very iconic. So from a cast and characters point of view, they're absolutely brilliant in The Witch's Ghost. They really do feel like they're from the 90s, you know, adventure point and click style game, and they've lifted and shifted characters from that and sent them into The Witch's Ghost, which is absolutely brilliant. So let's go through them one by one. So in terms of the main gang, like I said, at first they are trying to solve a case at a mystery museum, and they're then entering into Oakhaven with the Ben Ravencroft character, and are trying to solve the case of the Witch's Ghost and trying to clear Sarah's name. Scooby Doo is really helpful in terms of finding a lot of the clues that nobody else would have found, and is really imperative to the twist that happens right at the end, which is really, really interesting. Velma has a little bit of a crush on the Ben Ravencroft character, who is actually being voiced by Tim Curry in this film, and he does a really, really good job in going over the top in bringing the Ben Ravencroft character to life, and he does a really, really good job, as this character is now really iconic in his own right as well. The Sarah Ravencroft mythology and the mystery behind this witch, who was claimed to be an evil witch, was really, really interesting as well. The townspeople are really, really great as well. You really don't know who you can't trust and who you can trust, and the townspeople really do add a lot of jeopardy and a lot of fear for the audience and for the characters as well. And we also have our first introduction to the Hex Girls, who are really, really interesting characters in their own right. They definitely pop up every now and again in Scooby-Doo mysteries, and they bring a lot of flavour and a lot of musical aspects to this particular film as well. There were talks of them having their own spin-off show as well, so you know, they definitely were iconic for this particular movie. So from a cast and characters point of view overall, they were absolutely brilliant in The Witch's Ghost. So from a visuals point of view, like I've always said, I absolutely love the first 4 movies that were created by Mook Animation. They did such a good job in really bringing these characters to life. It definitely had the horror aspect in there, and the character models were so good. I just feel like they were really, really great in this particular film, especially the Velma character, the Daphne character. They really did look similar to how they depicted in the X-Men and in the Marvel Spider-Man 90s TV show, but this is applied to the Scooby-Doo characters, and I just think they were looking so good from an animation style. So it's a real shame that this wasn't really revisited in the future. You know, the future animation style is great as well, but I do feel like the first 4 animation movies really are in a league of their own. So in terms of comparisons, like I just said, the first 4 Scooby-Doo animation movies definitely are in a league of their own, namely Zombie Island, The Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders and Cyber Chase. The Witch's Ghost nearly could have been the weakest one within those 4 from that, but I'm really glad that the creators fought for having the final act in this movie, as after that happened, it really did blow your mind, and as a result it became really, really iconic. You know, like I said, all of the future animation movies were great in a different kind of way, but this horror aspect that they had in this film in particular was absolutely brilliant. So from a comparison point of view, The Witch's Ghost is really, really strong. So overall, I'm sure you can tell, I absolutely love Scooby-Doo and The Witch's Ghost. I wish that the twist had happened a little bit earlier, but you know, that being said, it is a really, really great movie, brilliant visual styles. I really think that they worked well with the horror and the supernatural and the mystery aspects in terms of blending all of those together, so that it wasn't just supernatural stuff for the sake of having supernatural stuff, it wasn't just mystery isolated, it wasn't just horror on its own, but all of these three things were working really well in unison. The characters are absolutely brilliant, the visual style was really, really great as well, and in particular, similarly to Zombie Island and with Alien Invaders, the twist at the end was absolutely brilliant. I do feel like Zombie Island was still the best one, but that being said, Witch's Ghost is really strong in its own right, and so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.